Most people know the story from the movie 300, a handful of Spartans standing against a massive Persian army. The real story, however, is far more complex and far more fascinating. King Leonidas' mission at Thermopylae was not just about heroism, it was about politics, strategy, and the survival of an entire civilization. Understanding the truth reveals a story that Hollywood has largely ignored. Leonidas became king of Sparta around 490 BC, inheriting a kingdom built on strict military discipline. Spartan boys were trained from childhood in the agoge, a harsh system designed to forge endurance, obedience, and martial skill. By adulthood, Leonidas was not only a warrior, but also a political leader responsible for balancing Spartan law, diplomacy, and military obligations. When Persia demanded submission from the Greek city-states, Sparta faced a difficult choice. Sending 300 elite warriors to Thermopylae was not reckless, it was calculated. Sparta could not leave its own territory undefended, yet ignoring Xerxes' advance was equally dangerous. These 300 Spartans were supported by thousands of Greek allies, Thespians, Thebans, and others, though popular culture rarely acknowledges them. Leonidas was far from alone. Thermopylae was defended by a coalition, not just his famed 300. Thermopylae, which means hot gates, was a narrow coastal pass, perfectly suited for a smaller force to resist a much larger army. The Persian army, which Herodotus claimed numbered over 1 million, was likely closer to 70,000 to 300,000, still overwhelming but far from invincible. Leonidas' strategy relied on terrain. The narrow pass prevented the Persians from fully leveraging their numerical advantage. The Spartans were heavily armored hoplites, trained to fight in tight phalanx formations. The Persian immortals were elite soldiers as well, but the Greeks held the line because of discipline, training, and knowledge of the battlefield. This was not simply a glorious last stand, it was a carefully chosen battlefield designed to maximize the impact of a small force and delay the enemy. For 2 days, the Greek defenders repelled wave after wave of Persian attacks. On the third day, a Greek named Ephialtes betrayed them, revealing a secret mountain path to the Persians, allowing them to outflank the Greek forces. Leonidas faced a critical decision. He dismissed most of the Greek allies to save their lives, keeping his 300 Spartans and several hundred Thespians to hold the pass. Every action was tactical. This was not die-for-glory heroism. It was a calculated sacrifice to slow the Persian advance. Historians still debate the details, the exact size of the Persian army, the numbers of Greek defenders, and whether Thermopylae was truly heroic or primarily a delaying tactic. Tell us your thoughts in the comments section. Leonidas and his men ultimately fell, but their sacrifice delayed Xerxes' advance, giving Athens time to fortify and later secure victory at Salamis and Plataea. Several myths perpetuated by movies are contradicted by history. The Spartans were not the only defenders. Leonidas was not a superhuman warrior. Xerxes was not a towering godlike figure. Yet the story endures because it illustrates discipline, leadership, and strategic sacrifice. The Spartans were highly trained soldiers, making hard choices in impossible circumstances. Their story reminds us that history is shaped not only by kings and armies, but by those who understand when to fight, when to sacrifice, and how to turn adversity into advantage. The legend of Leonidas and the 300 Spartans is a mix of fact and myth. By separating Hollywood spectacle from historical reality, we see a story far more fascinating than any movie. It is a story of strategy, political calculation, and disciplined resistance, one that has endured for centuries because of the lessons it carries about courage, foresight, and leadership. Like and subscribe Timeless Biographies for more heroic stories.